What is ascension about? When I first heard the word ascension, it brought a remembrance of something ancient, something powerful, something I needed to know. Hi, this is Katerina Satori, and I am a wisdom teacher and a spiritual mentor, and I love bringing ancient esoteric teachings for modern times. In this video, I'd love to share with you 3 milestones on the journey of the soul, on a spiral of awakening. Awakening is a spiral. It's not a single event. When you have a major mystical experience. From all of my studies and my own personal journey, I discovered that awakening is an ongoing process of us awakening to the power of our soul, to our true higher purpose, and our own authentic power. In this video, I'd love to share with you the evolutionary stages that every human at some point, one lifetime or another, will travel to, because on the level of the soul, we choose to forget who we are for the joy of rediscovering who we can become each lifetime. The term ascension, in my experience, refers to ascending our awareness, expanding our consciousness to have a higher view, raising our personal vibration by elevating the quality of our thoughts, the clarity of our emotions, and the integrity of our actions. So the very first milestone on this journey of the soul is the milestone that I call awakening. Now, there is no awakening alike. It's a unique process, unique experience. 7 billion people in the world, we would have 7 billion unique stories of spiritual awakening. There are some similarities because for a person to awaken to their soul essence, they get to be complete with the distraction of personalities. They get to find dissatisfaction in a way with simply pursuing the desires of their ego, whether it's for status or fame or security or pleasure or variety. There is a certain point on the journey of the soul where the soul is tired of superficiality and it wants more depth. It wants more truth. And in my own journey, it happened right when I experienced my very first deep, dark place in my life, dark depression that lasted almost 2 years. In the mystery teachings, they call it dark night of the soul. When a person enters a space of great confusion and they feel disoriented, they will lose interest in their previous life, and they are being asked by their soul to endure that chapter of not knowing their next direction. So they begin to search for the real truth, for the real light. Often we experience awakening when we face an unexpected event that can feel traumatic, such as loss, such as death, such as our business falls apart. Something that used to be a foundation for our journey suddenly falls apart, and we're being invited, or shall I say pushed, by our soul to connect to something deeper and search for a deeper meaning. So awakening, this is a big chapter, right? And this is where we begin to listen to the voice of the soul. We begin to wonder what repeating numbers means and why I'm being drawn to spiritual topics and why do I want to go to India or Himalayas, right? People find themselves being drawn to yoga or any kind of spiritual practices because they're looking for truth. They're looking for meaning. So this is the very first stage of ascension. When we are awakening to who we are already on the process of ascension, right? So the very second stage that I see people go through, and this is very important to know if you are my fellow teacher or if you feel called to support people as a guide or as a mentor, it's so crucial to know where your clients or your students are on this evolutionary scale. Are they in the beginning of their awakening or are they entering the stage 2, which is all about empowerment. Empowerment. This is a profound stage on the journey of the soul where a soul begins to lead more and more, right? Where a person begins to ask, well, why I'm here and what is my contribution? What is my purpose? And how can I create a life that is in integrity with this new direction of my soul? So this is a stage where people get really curious about the talents that lay within them. Yes, they're undeveloped. Yes, they need a lot of refinement. But this is a stage of empowerment where a soul begins to call a human being to step into their power and to shed and release anything that drains their power. So we do a lot of inner work in this stage, right? We may do some shadow work where we look into our shadows, into unconscious material of our psyche. We do a lot of deep wounds healing, inner child work, inner alchemy, all of this. This is a stage number 2. And this is where people begin to step into service. They begin to volunteer their time. They begin to seek an opportunity to be of service to others because they realize service points to a profound level of joy. This is a stage where a lot of people start their new businesses that are more in alignment with the truth of their soul. This is also a part of the ascension journey. Let's go to the third stage. And again, this is not a linear process. I see it as a spiral, meaning you're going to go through one layer of the spiral and you're going to start again, awakening to a new level of your power, awakening to a new level of your soul destiny in a way, right? But the third milestone is called integration. Integration is another term for embodiment, where we begin to embody our lessons. We begin to walk our path in wisdom, in a way. Wisdom is so important. Wisdom is not intellectual knowledge. Wisdom is our ability to extract lessons from our often very painful experiences and to apply those lessons to make new positive choices. This is wisdom. This is what the stage or milestone of ascension is: integration, where we begin to walk our lives in a deeper and deeper integrity, deeper and deeper embodiment, right? Not perfection. No perfect humans exist. Authenticity is the name of this milestone. We begin to realize a true spiritual awakening is living an authentic life. The goal of awakening is to become more authentic, to become more accepting of yourself, because when we're able to do that with ourselves, we are so much easier to be around, right? Because we can accept others, we can encourage other people's authenticity, we can create truly authentic relationships. So Ascension is an ongoing process. You may be called working with ascended masters, with divine beings. I have a whole training called Working with Ascended Masters. You may be called working with angels and goddesses. This is all part of your higher self, desiring to expand your consciousness in a bigger, vaster, and more integrated way, right? But this is a process. This is a whole journey. And I would say, from my experience, the true sign of integration is authenticity, where you are not afraid to live in integrity with your soul, where you become more and more gentle, more and more accepting of the full range, not only your divinity, but your humanity. The world will transform, where more of us realize that true awakening is becoming your most authentic self. This was Katerina Satori, and if this topic of soul ascension feels like you desire to go deeper, I have a whole training dedicated to this topic. Each milestone is covered in depth in the pre-recorded video content that I have and I package it in the whole course. You can access it for free by finding the link underneath this video. May you continue your path of spiritual soul ascension with joy, confidence, and trust in your journey. Thank you for joining and spending this time with me. Be blessed.